stretching with that and being with someone who's genuinely trying to hear you.
But I don't perceive it that way. I take it like
perception.
People are
stupid.
People are just being stupid and asking stupid things. And it's like, and to try to explain it, no.
So you took ownership of that.
Yeah.
Because you know communication's two ways.
Yeah.
So
I think the same way as you
and
guys.
that's all right. We're going to change some of that thinking through experience. You said you were willing to try.
Willing to try.
As military and knowing that they're a civilian, just approach them as a civilian and not as military right off the bat. Don't allow them to assume that the military, you may wear a hat that says, Army or whatever, but just talk to them in a civilian way. Don't talk to them in a military way. Just try to get something to know about them.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
I just don't have the patience for that.
That being
Something that
said,
can be learned.
you also got to look at how you carry yourself as an individual when you're out walking around and everything. I'm not gonna lie, I still carry myself like I'm in uniform, still a Marine in the Army. I still walk around like that, sucking my gut, chest held high, head straight. So that's me.
And people look at your body movement, and
Maybe you're paying more attention to that than anybody else.
That's true.
that could be.
But the point that you're here and you're talking about it and you're wanting this shows that you're willing to grow and willing to try.
Yep.
And so no small bites, man. You know, we're trying to change this before lunch.
Yeah.
Kevin.
And the people that
don't wanna
weren't
leave you stringless.
blindfolded, did you look
I
at
got
the
one.
people who were blindfolded like they were stupid because they didn't know what was
No.
going on?
No, because
We know this is an
because
exercise.
we're guiding the
Right.
person in front or whoever. We're supporting them as they're moving. So.
Okay. So my challenge for you is that if you are around people who have a different perspective than you, instead of looking at them like they're stupid, supporting them in a different way.
It's
Well,
not.
It's not. Really,
I don't even.
It's not really so much that
this
they're
is stupid, right?
It's just that they don't understand.
Right.
Right.
And it's
I don't-
easy.
So
And I don't have the time, and I don't want to spend the time to try to relate.
Isn't it easier just to push them out of the way and just do it yourself, and then?
Well, that, and
So
then
here's
just
my question
Here
with
we
that.
go. Go ahead.
So if you every day are trying to survive and trying to have fun and trying to reach these goals that's represented by this tennis ball, if you decide to cut the people out that don't understand or that you don't have time to explain, so this is the neighbor that's a civilian, they're a jackass, so I'm not even going to try. This is dad, he doesn't understand. This is my uncle. Thelma, you're not in the military, so you don't get it. You're not a veteran. Go ahead and take that. Mel, you're not a veteran, so you don't
not
get
a
it.
problem. You just have to adjust. You
Cutting
just
you.
rotate.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you think that this would withstand as long as if you had all 13, 16, 2,500 strings?
No, it's
No.
easier with the more
Depending
strength.
on what your goal is. If
Yeah.
your goal is to have fun, it's probably a lot easier to do it with a
Yeah.
solid team.
But
right?
it's more of a challenge this way.
Well, yeah, but is your goal to be
To act and
challenged every
overcome.
single day?
No.
Okay. So
Think
I think
about-
it depends on what your goal is. And if you think about too, you're never going to be in a perfect world where you're doing something like this and everyone knows exactly what's going on and everyone's on the same page, right? But if you think about the second time we did it, where some people were just kind of like walking backwards, you guys weren't being super specific and absolutely explaining everything. You didn't say, hey, 45 degrees to your left, you are going to approach a yellow cone and we're going to slightly drop it by 10 degrees. No, you're just saying, hey, watch your back, there's something coming up. It doesn't have to be keeping everyone in the loop, and civilians don't have to understand 100% what's going on, right? It just has to be at least semi-relatable. Don't you think?
It does.
No one is ever going to understand 100%.
But the thing is, what I've noticed a lot is just because of the way we carry ourselves, and we try to take, if we're trying to do something, we want to be in charge of it. The civilians take offense to it. They look at us as being cocky, bossy, pushy.
Well, a lot of that, and that's true. A couple of you I talked to about stretch zones, and how everyone's success is going to look different. If we want you to stretch, sometimes that's finding how to be a part of the team without being in charge. Like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm not doing it, so you leave it. Well, how could you say, fuck it, I'm not gonna be in charge? You know what, let me take back that fuck it and still be a part of this. How can I still find a way to be a part of this? I've seen it 4 or 5 times today, where instead of getting frustrated and dropping something and walking away, there was many micro moments where you either paused and took a breath and listened to a teammate, because that's all this is. We are providing the experiences, and you're in the situation to see how it's going to look potentially later. Yeah, we're here, but you're going to have these takeaways. That's why we talk about it when we're done. Or else we're like, cool, you moved tennis ball, let's go.
Yep, done and done.
No, it's not like that.
Can you still lead when you're blindfolded, so to speak?
I don't see how.
You can, but it's hard.
I don't
You know,
know.
It was interesting.
I don't think you can.
On that, I noted a couple of you, if not all, that happened to be wearing a blindfold on this last kind of round. Stepped up really the same way that you typically would have anyhow.
True.
He added being going north using one direction.
I was thinking about Will, actually. And, you know, and we're kind of thinking about that. I want to think about that related to what Jenny was saying and related to our lives.
Are you done with that?
Yeah.
But isn't it true? You don't have to have the full picture all the time. Give it a chance. I was thinking about, you know, when we're resistant to taking a different direction or trying something new. I think sometimes, I know for me, I need to think about, well, how's it working for me right now? The way I'm going. How's it working for me? And I want to throw that back to you. How's it working for you? Being resistant. And please, this is an opportunity in a safe way to be open to thinking perhaps in a slightly, just a slightly, little micro different way. Why not? Yep.
Small adjustment.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Groups? Jordan?
Chow time.
Easy.
It's 5 of 12 right now. How we doing? How we all feeling? Ready?
Okay.
Good rock climb.
Good deal.
Okay.
Ready to sit.
We'll meet back. Let's go wash up and get ready for lunch.
Lunch is at 12:30.
Yeah. Me and